Have you ever stopped to think about what respect truly means? It's not just about saying please or thank you. Respect goes much deeper than that. It's about how we treat people, how we listen to their voices, and how we acknowledge their worth. In a quiet small town, there lived a young man named Caleb. He was smart, hard-working, and kind, but he had one major flaw. He often acted disrespectfully in his words and actions. Though he never meant to hurt anyone, he would interrupt elders while they spoke, ignore small courtesies, and sometimes speak rudely without realizing it. At school, his teachers constantly reminded him to be more respectful, but Caleb thought respect was just about using polite words. At home, his parents told him, "A true man is recognized by the respect he shows others." But Caleb didn't take it seriously. To him, success was about intelligence and hard work, not about how he treated people, but all of that was about to change. An unexpected encounter would make Caleb rethink everything he thought he knew about respect and about himself. One day, while walking through the town square, Caleb decided to visit the local library. There he met an elderly man named Mr. Thompson, a retired teacher who was highly respected in the community. People often sought his advice for his wisdom and kindness. Noticing Caleb's rushed and disrespectful behavior toward a lady asking for directions at the library entrance, Mr. Thompson smiled calmly and asked, "Young man, do you know what truly makes a person great?" Caleb paused, surprised by the question. After a brief moment of thought, he replied, "Maybe intelligence or power." Mr. Thompson shook his head and said, "No, my boy, greatness is not measured by knowledge or wealth, but by the respect you show others." Intrigued, Caleb asked, "What do you mean by that?" Mr. Thompson then began to tell a story. Many years ago, in a distant village, there lived two brothers, Ethan and Noah. Ethan, the older brother, was hard-working and kind. Noah, the younger one, was ambitious but often acted disrespectfully. Their father, a wise man, decided to teach them an important lesson about life one day. Their father called the two brothers and said, "I'm giving each of you a card with a spending limit. Go to the mall and spend it however you like. But remember, how you choose to use this money will decide your future." The two left excitedly, but their choices were very different. Noah, thrilled with the card, went straight to the luxury stores. He bought expensive drinks to impress his friends, designer clothes to show off, and even a pair of imported sneakers that cost a small fortune. He spoke rudely to the store clerks and ignored people who weren't as well dressed as he was, believing that money gave him power over others. Ethan, on the other hand, was more thoughtful. He bought a few things he truly wanted, like a book he had been meaning to read and a shirt he needed, but decided to save part of the money. He also used some of it to support a local charity helping underprivileged children, and another portion to buy groceries for a struggling family. He always spoke kindly, thanked everyone, and treated all people with respect, regardless of their social status. Years later, when the father grew old, he gathered the villagers and asked, "Which of my sons do you respect the most?" Without hesitation, everyone pointed to Ethan. "He is balanced, humble, and respects everyone. That's why we respect him too." The father then turned to Noah and said, "My son, wealth and intelligence can open doors, but only respect keeps them open. People don't follow the richest man, but the most respectful one. Ethan has won their hearts, and so he will inherit my legacy." Noah finally understood his mistake. Respect wasn't just about using polite words. It was about treating everyone with kindness, listening patiently, and valuing others. Caleb was deeply thoughtful after hearing Mr. Thompson's story. He realized that, like Noah, he often acted selfishly and disrespectfully, without realizing the impact his actions had on others. Mr. Thompson continued, "My young friend, respect isn't just about being polite or saying the right words. It's about how you treat people in every moment of life. Let me teach you some practical lessons on how to become a more respectful person. Listen more, speak less. A respectful person listens carefully, whether it's a child, an elder, or a friend." Caleb decided to stop interrupting others and started paying attention to what they had to say. Use kind words. Simple phrases like "please," "thank you," and "sorry" make all the difference. Caleb realized that kindness in speech leaves a lasting impression. Respect everyone. A true gentleman treats all people with respect, regardless of their social status, age, or gender. Caleb began greeting the school janitor and noticed how small gestures matter. Show gratitude. Appreciating others earns respect. Mr. Thompson suggested Caleb write down 3 things he was grateful for every night. This would change his mindset. Control your anger. A respectful person stays calm. Caleb learned to take deep breaths before reacting when he was upset. Be honest and keep promises. Trustworthiness builds respect. Caleb realized that admitting his mistakes and keeping his promises made people trust him more. Treat women with respect. A real man values women as equals and never tolerates disrespectful behavior toward them. Caleb decided to stand against sexist jokes and unfair behavior whenever he saw them. Respect elders and learn from them. Elders have life wisdom. Caleb started spending more time with his grandparents and learned valuable lessons. Help others. Selflessly. Respect is earned through actions, not just words. Caleb helped a struggling classmate without expecting anything in return and felt true satisfaction. Carry yourself with dignity. A respectful person carries himself well, not just in appearance, but in behavior. Caleb decided to speak kindly, walk confidently, and let his actions reflect his values. In the months that followed, Caleb began practicing these lessons. At first, the changes seemed small, but over time, he noticed that people started treating him differently. His teachers noticed his kindness, his friends began to trust him more, and even strangers responded to him with respect and warmth. By the end of the year, Caleb had transformed into a respected young man in his town. He didn't gain respect by demanding it, he earned it through his actions. Years later, Caleb grew into a leader admired by everyone. When people asked him the secret to his success, he always smiled and said, "Respect is not given, it is earned." If you want others to respect you, start by respecting them first. Be humble, be kind, and let your actions speak for you. Being a respectful person isn't about power, money, or looks. It's about how you treat others. If you want to be truly respected, start today with small changes. Because in the end, people won't remember what you had, but how you made them feel. So I invite you to reflect. Where are you watching this video from? Share in the comments below your city or region and how you've been striving to treat others with more respect. Your story might inspire others across the country or even the world. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Together, we can learn to live with more respect and build a better world.